Hey everyone, my name is Haley and this is the House for Hosting. Today I want to share a video with y'all on how I created a Barbie themed party for my daughter. So she just turned 6 and we celebrated with a Barbie themed party. And when she came to me and told me that she was wanting to have her party a Barbie theme, I was very excited, and so my wheels started turning and I had all these ideas and plans on how to decorate it and just make it fun and cute. And I knew that the first thing I wanted to try my hand at making was a wooden arch background. I have been seeing them all over TikTok, and so I figured out I can do this myself very easily. So I went to Lowe's and grabbed a large sheet of just the thin plywood, and I started out by figuring out my measurements that I wanted the wooden arch to be. Once I had that figured out, the best way to create the arch is to tie a piece of string to a nail and a pencil, find the center of your arch and place the nail in the center, and then take it connected to the pencil and go in an arch over the top. This is going to ensure that your arch is symmetrical on both sides, and it prevents you from having to do a lot of math. So for the people who don't like math and want to find a simpler way to do this, that is your trick. It's the go-to easy method to create the perfect arch. And then once I have that, I'm just going through and using my eraser to clean up any extra lines so that whenever I cut it with the saw, I can stay on the line and I know exactly where to cut. After I had my arch line drawn and cleaned up and ready to go, I wanted to double check it by just doing the measurements and making sure that it was completely center and symmetrical, and it was. And then after that, it is ready to be cut. I borrowed my dad for this project to kind of help me. I could easily have cut it myself, but if you have someone there to help you, then utilize that. So we cut it out, and then from there I created a wooden base to kind of help support it so it would stand upright. I will say, if you choose to use this wood from Lowe's, it's pretty thin and flimsy, so you're going to want to add something in the back as a reinforcement so that when it's standing up, it doesn't lean over. Now you can get thicker plywood, just keep in mind with the prices of the materials right now, it's going to be more expensive than the thinner piece, but it's definitely doable and manageable if you get the thinner piece, as long as you put reinforcement in the background. Now once I had it all cut out and reinforced and ready to stand up, I went through and I painted. I'm doing the same pink shade that I used for the Barbie box, which if you haven't seen that, my last video I shared with you how to create your very own DIY Barbie box. And so what I did was I just went to Lowe's and I actually took the spray can paint that I used for the box and I had them color match it to create the samples, and I purchased 2 cans of sample paint because that was all that I needed to paint my wooden arch, and that was a much easier and cheaper option than buying a whole gallon of pink paint, not knowing if I was going to like the color. So I'm starting off by painting the whole backdrop one color. Later you will see that I end up painting words on this, but you could easily just leave it a solid color and then add the balloons to it and it would be perfectly fine. That's what I have seen on most of these wooden backdrops, and they're beautiful. One thing that I love about this is that I can easily repaint it a different color for other parties or events, so it's just a good thing to have. So what I did was I took a stencil by printing it off from my computer just to give me something to look at, and then I kind of copied it. But again, because I wanted it symmetrical, I found the center point and I had drew lines, so I knew everything was going to be level and not crooked and exactly what I wanted. But being that it's a Barbie themed party, my saying that I painted on here says, "Come on Barbie, let's go party." And I love how this wooden arch backdrop turned out. It's super cute, and later in the video you will see how I attached a balloon garland draped over the arch. But as I said, this is the back where I put in the reinforcement and some brackets just to give it something that would hold it up. And I did more reinforcements, like I said, because I did the thinner piece of wood. If you did a thicker piece, you would not need quite as much, but you're still going to want the bracing. And I chose to screw my bracing on so that when the party's over, I can take it off and just lay it completely flat in my attic or garage. And that way it doesn't have to take up as much space or worry about bowing as it's in storage. As an addition to party favors, I found these disco cups and heart-shaped glasses on Temu, and I ordered enough so that all the girls would have their own, and they turned out super cute. So this was the day of the party. Now, for the other backdrop that you see, the shimmer wall panel, I have a video that I have shared before on how to create this, and it is from the House of Party. They have the cutest backdrops and balloons and just all kinds of things. I would highly encourage you to check out their website if you're looking for any good party decorations. And in particular, those shimmer walls are beautiful, and it really tied everything together with this Barbie theme party. So I made a small balloon garland for that, and then a larger balloon garland for my arch wooden backdrop. And I'm just using like hooks for the back of it that have an adhesive side that stick directly to the wooden arch, and I used fishing line to kind of connect it to those arched hooks so that the balloon garland would stay in place. And then I created some smaller clusters to tie into the balloon garland this year, and all in all, I absolutely love how it turned out. Super cute. I ended up setting the Barbie box out there as well. Absolutely cute. A setup that really and truly looks like it took a lot of time, but it really didn't, and I just love how it came together. I want to show y'all the party favors. I went to the Dollar Tree and found these little Barbie figurines, and I threw those in there along with their heart-shaped glasses and some nail polish and lip gloss and just some cute little girly things. And I also had some boy ones too, because there were a few boys that came to the party. But that was a really easy way to do party favors, and I just set them out here on the table on our back patio. So in addition to the backdrops on the patio, I set up 2 tables in my yard for kids and parents to eat at, where I placed the Barbie plates and the disco cups, and I did a little table runner. I really love how I utilized the Barbie convertible and stuck flowers in it for a centerpiece, which I also got the flowers from Dollar Tree because it was just a lot easier and I didn't have to fool with water and real flowers and all of that, so it allowed me to prep them well in advance of the party. Inside, I set up the Barbie plates and forks and some cookies. I had a friend that bakes cookies locally, and she made these and did a phenomenal job. I just sent her pictures of some ideas and the colors, and I let her kind of have her reign with that, and she did an amazing job with those cookies. And then we did some little pretzel dipped chocolate, whatever, sticks. I don't know what you call those. But anyways, I do them for almost all of our parties because they're easy and they're good. And for our main food, we just had like hot dogs and just like finger food stuff. And it was a really cute party and it turned out fun. So like here you can see the Barbie box and how I had it set up. Later for the party, I ended up setting the cake on the table and we sang outside. I did make the cake, and I made this cake topper out of cardstock. I couldn't find what I wanted, so again, I DIY'd that. But we had an amazing time. The party was a blast, and my daughter loved how it turned out. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And until next time, bye guys.